Hello, my students. Today we are moving on to an important aspect of mathematics, that is statistics. So today we want to look at how we can present data presentation. Data can be presented in different forms. It can be in form of a table. It can be in pictures like pie chart, bar chart, histogram, and whatever instrument you like to use. But the reason we use all these instruments is because we want to present the data in such a way that at a glimpse we'll be able to understand what the whole information is talking about. Now, if you look at this set of information, you realize it wouldn't make a meaning to us. Now, unless we present it properly, like this, if any information we want to get from this set of numbers, it will take us time. But if it has been presented on a table like that, at a glimpse, we will be able to get whatever thing we want to get. So we will be starting with the frequency distribution table. First of all, what is frequency? Frequency refers to the number of times a particular number or score occurs in a given set of data. Frequency refers to the number of times a particular number or score occurs in a given set of data. Now, when you talk of frequency, the number of times that number occurs. For example, in this particular set of data we are given, so if we want to know the number of times 2 occur, will be what? We will count 1, we having 2, 3, another one is here 4, then the last one is here 5. So we having 2 in how many places here? 5. So 2 occur 5 times. 5 now becomes our frequency. The number of times 2 occurs here is what? 5. So the frequency of 2, number of times occurred here is what? 5. Now when we now bring together all these frequency and their scores on a table, known as the frequency distribution table. So a frequency table is a tabulation of a given set of data with corresponding frequency attached to each score or a group of score. Now let us look at an example. Consider this example. Consider the scores of 30 students in a mathematics mental 3 tests. Consider the scores of 30 students in a mathematics mental 3 test. So if the scores we have 2, 1, 0, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 0, 5, 4, 3, 3, 0, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 4. All the numbers are right there on the screen. Then a part of the question says, prepare a tally and frequency table for the data. Prepare a tally and frequency table for the data. Then the second part says, how many students scored 0, 1 mark, 3 mark, and 4 marks? So, if we are just to use this particular information, it will take us time for us to be counting those that scored 0, those that scored 1, those that scored 2. If we want to get all this information at a glimpse, we need to present it on a table. So is the reason why we are now going to use the frequency distribution table to present our information. So to present it on the frequency distribution table, now you are going to have the question is talking about 30 students, is talking about their scores. So now I'm going to write, I'm going to draw a table. We draw a table. Now on my table, I will have a column for the scores. What are the scores of the students? So this will be the column. So if you look at the table properly, you realize that the scores ranges from 0 till 5. So I now write the scores each of the students has. So some had 0, score 0, some score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are their scores. So now I'm now going to use the tally system to be able to get the number of the students that mean the number that score at the particular score. So I'm coming to the table. The first number here is 2. I will come here. I will come to 2. I will strike this. I'll mark it 2. The next one is 1. I will have a strike again for 1. The next one is what? 0. I will have a strike for 0. The next one is what? 4. This is 4. Then the next one is what? 2. You have 2. The next one is 3. For 3, I will make a strike. The next one is what? 4. So this is 4. The next one is what? 5. This is for 5. The next one is 1. This is 1. Next one is 2. This is 2. Next one is 0. So I'll make a strike for 0. Then 5. Another strike for 5. 4. Another one. 3. Another one here. Another 3. Then 0. I'll have a strike for 0. Then 3. I have another strike for 3. Then 2. I have a strike for 2. Then 3 again. Now you realize that already I've written 4 strike for 3. So to do the fifth one, I use the fifth one to make it a bond here. So making this a bunch which represents 5. Then the next one here, I'm having what? 1. You have a strike for it. The next number there is what? 3. You have a strike. The next number here is 4. You have a strike. Next number is 5. You have a strike. Next number is 3. Another strike. Next number is 1. Then I have another strike. Next number is 5. I have another strike. Next number is 2. So already I have 4 2s here. So I'm going to use this to cross it, making it 5. Then the next number is 3. You have another strike. Next number is 5. You use it to cross it to 51. Next number is 4. Use it to cross it. So it will be easier for me to be able to know the numbers. So here, how many scores 0? We're having 3 of them. I made it. So that means this now represents their frequency. So how many score 1? I'm having 4. How many score 2? I'm having 5. How many score 3? 8. How many score 4? 5. How many score 5? We have 5. So that means if you look at my table, so the table is completed here. We're having, for those that 3 students score 0, 4 students score 1, 5 students score 2, 8 students score 3, 5 students score 4, 5 students score 5. So now the second part of the question says, how many students score 0 mark? You can easily get the number of students that score 0 mark from the table. How many of them? We have 3. Then second part says, how many students scored 1 mark? So if you look at it, how many of them scored 1? We are having 4 students. So 4 students scored 1. Then the next one, how many students scored 3 marks? So how many students scored 3? From the table, we have those that scored 3 marks, we have what? 8 students. Then the last one, how many students scored 4 marks? If you look at 4, how many of them? 5 marks. So you can see that the frequency distribution table helps us to quickly make our decision to be able to get the real value in just in a very short time. Now let's do this work practice. You practice this on your own. Now a fair die was tossed 30 times, and the number of times each number occurs is shown below. I hope you understand what we mean by a die. A die is what you use to play Ludo. You can see that those small things you normally throw is known as a die. If you look at it properly, it has 6 faces. So in the 6 faces, they place a number. It can be 1, it can be 2, with the dust that is drawn on it. So anytime you die it, any one of it can come up. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3. So the question now says that if we are having 30, if you throw such 30 times, so now which number will occur most frequently? First of all, you need to prepare a frequency table for the data. Prepare a frequency table for the data. Which number occur most frequently? Which number occur least frequently? So now this is the data, number of times, the outcome of the data. So this is what you present in the frequency distribution table. From there, you'll be able to know the number that occur most frequently and least frequently from the class. God bless you.